Extinction, guys. Extinction. The one word on the tip of all of our tongues. Guys, it has been a big weekend for news. I mean, the game comes out very, very soon. It's right there. It's within our reach, but not quite just yet. But this weekend has given us a lot of new information that we did not have beforehand, particularly through a live stream that was hosted by the ARK developers themselves. They've been doing their own live stream for charity this weekend, in case you did not know. The live stream has ended upon uploading this video. However, I'm pretty sure you can still go to, I think it was ark.gg/donate if you're interested in donating to a good cause over there. Currently, from what I've seen, they've raised about $60,000, which is an insane amount of money. But we're here to talk about something else, something completely different, something until today we knew nothing about. The Titans. That's right, the Titans that we've been kind of hearing a little bit here and there. We saw one of them pop up in the Extinction teaser trailer. However, that's about all we got. A little bit of a teaser. We found out, we were told they're kind of like boss creatures. We've seen them in the artwork and stuff like that. But today we saw our very first gameplay of one of the Titans, the Ice Titan, and my gosh, was it exciting. It's everything I hoped that it would be. They gave us a lot of information as well. I've made a lot of notes here that we're going to run through. Basically, yeah, they had the developers in studio. They explained it. We're going to kind of like recap on what they went over. So yes, boss fights in Extinction are going to play a little differently to the ways they have in the previous arcs up until now. They're going to be live in the world as you are playing. So none of this going to like a separate arena. It's live. Anyone can join in. Everybody can come and sabotage. Everyone can come and help. However you want to play it out, that's how it's going to go down. These on PvP servers are going to be an absolute mess. It's going to be exciting, actually. You're going to have so many different tribes coming in, trying to like stomp the I don't know. It could just be mayhem. It could be awesome. I'm going with awesome. I think it's going to be very exciting. But like I was saying, the fight is being brought to the open world. The open world, by the way, is very different to what it's been in other worlds. We'll get to that a little bit later. Let's focus on the Titan for now. So a little bit different to like the previous bosses in the, the Ark and every other Ark really, up until now. The purpose has always been to kill the boss. Now we have two options, killing it or taming it. Yeah. And the tame works different to any other tame that I've ever seen in ARK. In fact, they've gone and created and evolved new mechanics in the game to like really get this to work how they want it to work. Basically, these Titans, at least from what I've heard about the lore, they were basically there to protect the Earth. Unfortunately, the Earth got corrupted. I think it was corrupted by element. The stuff we're all trying to get. In fact, I think Earth is like swarmed with element now, which goes into a bit because the developers have gone ahead and said that they really want to focus on tech gameplay. So I think we're going to be having a lot of excess element floating around our worlds, which, by the way, we are going back to Earth, in case you missed that on Extinction, the Earth that we all left to, go and chill out on these new arcs. We're coming back. We're coming back to Earth. Turns out it all went downhill. Anyways, the corruption has spread onto these Titans that were previously there to protect the world, I think. So basically, the battle is you trying to take down the corruption nodes that have spread onto these Titans. For example, in the gameplay that we've seen, there's like one attached to its leg, so you can kind of see the guy trying to like use his tech rifle to take that off of his leg. There's also another one that's kind of like, on one of the shoulders on its back. Yeah, you take down the nodes. I guess he's like, I'm friendly again, and you can tame him, and he's all yours, but not forever. Only for 5 days. That's right. It's a like limited spawn, similar to the Titanosaurus. 5 days is basically how long you get. There can only be one of each Titan in the world. That's right, I said of each Titan. There's more than just one Titan. We'll get to that a little bit later. But yeah, you can only have him for 5 days. The only way you can get another one within that time is if you kill the existing one that someone else might have. PvP, gonna be exciting. Or two, you wait your 5 days out, you just be patient, and then you go and get the next one. Yeah, so there's your two options there. Of course, the other option is you go to kill it, which is basically the loot option. So you can go and collect loot for whatever that might bring. Possibly, I don't know, like a trophy or something that you can use to spawn in another Titan. Maybe. It's all speculation at this stage. But what we have been kind of told, and they kind of did let it slip but didn't go into details, is the Ice Titan is a sub-Titan. It's not, well, sub to me is like, so it's like halfway there. It's not a full Titan. It's just part of a Titan. What does that mean? I get the feeling there's a much bigger, badder, crazier creature for us to fight. So that's going to be awesome. My kind of like, I don't know, my kind of theory is you're going to have to take on a couple of the sub-titans, sorry. You're going to have to take on all the sub-titans, collect their trophies or whatever they give up, whatever loot they give you, and then use that to spawn in the big boss Mega Titan and go from there. We'll get to that later though. We got more information to talk about before that. So yes, these guys can be uploaded to the Ark. You can move them around into different worlds. Only one of each Titan can be in any single world at any time. The thing is though, when you download it, which you can only do one time, they will be at the end of their lifetime type thing. So you might only get like an hour left out of them. So I guess it's kind of like the trade-off. You can upload them, but they're going to die a lot quicker, or just, yeah, basically you're going to lose them sooner or later anyways. And each Titan has its own kind of like mechanics and gameplay. For example, the Ice Titan, the only one we've really heard anything about, is very agile. He can leap and bound around the world, and when he comes stomping down, he basically just destroys everything in the vicinity. It is insane. And later on in the footage as well, you're going to see the size comparison of it against the previous biggest dinosaur, which is the Titanosaur. Titanosaur, spoil it for you, is nothing compared to the size of this Ice Titan. It is ridiculous. I think they also explained this guy is twice the height of Rockwell, the boss from Aberration, which, if you remember, is freaking huge. This guy's twice the size in height. It's also a lot wider as well, so that's just something. Now, you might be wondering, you might have asked, you might be, I guess, wondering, every boss up until now, you've had your Gamma, your Beta, your Alpha, your different difficulties of bosses, depending on, I guess, how crazy you want to get with it. And they haven't completely parted ways with that. That still sort of plays a role, except in a different way. And I really, really like this. So, if you're trying to tame one of these creatures, actually, yeah, well, it comes down to the taming rather than the killing side of it. But if you want to tame one of these creatures, it all comes down, well, basically the end product that you end up taming comes down to how much damage you deal to it while you're trying to take out the corruption nodes on its body. So if you deal a lot of damage to the actual Titan itself while you're trying to take down the corruption, you're going to end up with a much weaker Titan tame type thing. So basically, you're getting like your Gamma Titan tame. If you don't deal a single hit of health to the Titan, all your damage is directed to the nodes on its ankle, on its shoulder, wherever else the nodes may be. You're going to have the Alpha. You're going to have the stronger version. More health, more damage, more stats, just the much, much stronger version. I think that's pretty cool. I think that's a really good workaround, considering, you're not spawning in the arenas or going elsewhere to battle it. You're doing it right there. Nothing changes. The battle is exactly the same. It just comes down to your skill level. Are you accurate? Are you inaccurate? That sort of thing. They've also gone and done a lot of testing with playing with other dinosaurs. You might have seen in the footage earlier, it wiped out an army of T-Rexes. They were just demonstrating like the old ways of battling dinosaurs. It looks like they're going for much more of like a 1v1 type thing. The Titans do not spawn minions like the other creatures have, like your Megapithecus spawned in his little gorilla friends, your Aranio Broodmother spawned in his little spider army. None of that anymore. It's 1v1. It looks like it's recommended 1v1 anyways. You could probably get like a tribe of people, but basically, it looks like it's more of a using your tech armor, your tech abilities, your guns, your weaponry, rather than dinosaurs to tame or take down these guys. Now, we don't actually see them taming the Titan for good. They kind of just use like a, do tame type command to like instant tame it. But you do not need to craft saddles for it. Upon taming it, you get the saddle thing on it. Each Titan has the saddle in a different position. They're all custom built, custom made. You can build on top of them. It's a platform saddle. It's awesome. The player has his own cockpit, so he doesn't just sit on top of the saddle like every other dinosaurs. He's got this little cockpit on the front of the thing, on the front of the Titan, that he kind of controls in. And what's crazy is you're very vulnerable because you're just sitting there inside of this Titan. You can be sniped by another player, die, and then the Titan can do whatever he wants. If he's set to passive, he's just going to sit there in the middle of the battlefield, just kind of like chilling out. Or if he's set to aggressive, I kind of want to see that, to be honest. He's just going to go on a drunken rampage, just smashing everything to bits. It's going to be exciting. I can't wait to see it in effect. As far as the actual Titan, that's most of the information that we've been given up until now. They did sort of tease a surprise. That's all we've got about this, a surprise. A Titan counter, something to counter the Titan, which is awesome because up until now it's kind of been like, well, if you get one of these guys, you're going to demolish everything in the world. How do you counter it? They didn't say. but I don't think it's too hard to speculate on this matter, because they have also spoken as we've gone that you will be able to craft your own tames. There will be certain dinosaurs, robotic type dinosaurs in Extinction that you can craft with certain parts, certain resources. We don't really know just yet. But there was this cool bit of artwork that was shared by the ARK developers that shows a bunch of the new creatures type thing. You've got on one side like a T-Rex with the tech armor going on. A couple of the new guys, one of the little like really robotic type crafted guys. Actually, there's a few of them out there. But you've also got the Titans on the other side, of course. So you got the Ice Titan. You've got a kind of like a forest looking Titan that we haven't heard of, or haven't seen yet. Clearly, it's kind of like a forest Titan that spawns in the foresty biome type area. We're going to talk about biomes in a second, don't you worry. We've also got a Sky Titan flying through the sky. These guys might have different names, kind of don't really know just yet. But we also, dead center in the middle of this amazingly drawn picture of piece of artwork, two awesome creatures, one of which is a Tech Titan. Previously, I thought it was something you're going to have to kill. Then I kind of thought to myself, well, maybe not. Maybe that's something you got to craft. Maybe that is the counter for the Titans. Maybe that's how you defend yourself. So you have to craft. It kind of looks like it belongs in Pacific Rim. It looks freaking awesome. He's got this big old like sword that's like got lightning and electric stuff. Oh, it's amazing. But he's also fighting this big old guy that looks twice the size of the Sub-Titans. The Sub-Titans, we were talking about this earlier. It is my belief that the Sub-Titans are the Ice Titan, the Forest Titan, and the Sky Titan. And what is kind of been labeled as the Desert Titan, I don't think he's the Desert Titan. I get the feeling it is in fact the Titan, like the boss Titan. He's like not a Sub-Titan, he is the full-blown boss Titan. I don't know if he spawns. He might spawn in the wasteland biome, which is kind of like the majority of the map as far as we have heard. Or my theory is kind of kill the Ice Titan, kill the Forest Titan, kill the Sky Titan, get the trophies, possibly spawn the final boss Titan in, kill it, save the day, save the world, save the Earth. I don't know. It's all a theory at this stage. Now, something up until now that I was speculating about even back when we saw like the first original teaser trailer is you can kind of see like, it's kind of like a shield, big bubble shield over certain parts of the map. And you can actually see the bubble shield. It's basically what I've always wondered. It's just kind of like, I was always wondering how they were going to do the Extinction map because, you know, the whole Earth can't be accessible. It's going to be certain areas of the Earth, of course. Up until now, it's been kind of little fake arcs. Well, they kind of mentioned it very, very briefly on stream, or at least what I've seen so far. They might have talked a little bit further about it. These are called Proto Arcs. Proto Arcs. They're kind of like prototype arcs. They were clearly testing out arcs on Earth before they went and created them in space type thing. And basically, you like transfer through the bubble and boop, there you go. You've like moved into like a different area. It kind of creates the illusion of what is beyond the bubble. So when you're in the ice biome and you leave through this little bubble, kind of like see-through texture type thing, whoop, there you go. You're like back in the wasteland and you can actually see like what is beyond the icy area. So it looks like the bubble Proto Arcs preserve what's inside of them. And then what's outside of that is the wasteland, extinct kind of Earth. It's the wasteland. Apparently it's called the wasteland. So we're going to go with that title there. So I guess the theory is possibly you got a couple different biomes around the world. You've obviously got the ice biome where you're going to find yourself the Ice Titan. I'm assuming there's a foresty type biome where you can find the Forest Titan. Have no idea about the Sky one. Maybe that's the main one. Who knows? I really have no idea. And then I get a feeling the big boss Titan is going to be living in the wasteland. But there is also a desert looking place. So yeah, it's hard to really know. It's all, like I said, it's all speculation up until this stage. But it looks like there is like a little bit of like a loading sequence as you enter and leave these kind of like Proto Arcs. Similar to when you enter a cave, you get that little bit of a stutter, like it's loading in what's in the next area. So it looks like as you enter and leave these Proto Arcs, it's kind of like reloading a new area, which is pretty cool. But yeah, up until this stage, that is pretty much all the information we've been given on the Titans. It's exciting. I can't wait. It's not long now. The countdown it's in effect. So guys, if you're excited, if you guys have any questions that I might be able to answer, if I've forgotten anything, if you got any information that I've just missed completely, if I've just missed something, make sure to let me know down below in the comments. I want to know as much about Extinction before I jump into it on the 6th. I think it'll be the 7th for me. I'm gonna stay up all night because like the game comes out at like 3:30 a.m. for us over in Australia. But I'm excited. I hope you guys are as well. If you enjoyed the video, if you found it informative, make sure to go ahead, give the video a thumbs up, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Well, I'll catch you with Extinction soon. Bye for now, guys.